All right, welcome to another episode of USFL Power Rankings Podcast 2022 season. This is week 8, and I am NFL Outdated, and you are?
Micah.
Welcome again to the show. We had another exciting week of action. Playoffs, everything's kind of coming into focus. We had some teams clinching and all of that. Looking at the scores, is there anything that surprised you from week 7?
Well, I didn't think the Mullers would push that far, but the Bandits also came back, which was surprising. And overtime was interesting. I thought the Gamblers would pull it off against the Stars, but clearly they couldn't. I don't know. Not too much surprise, but yeah, that's kind of it. So.
Yeah, when you look at it, just quickly, Kyle Slaughter for the Breakers doing well. He he was out for a couple series, but he, was able to lead the team. And Donald Payne of the Gamblers is a solid defensive player. Obviously not in wins, but he's there. He's a standout. He may even get a shot at the NFL. It'll be interesting to see how many players actually get a shot at the NFL from this season.
Some of the running backs can definitely.
Oh, absolutely. Great point. So you want to move into week 8 of the rankings, the power rankings.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting week. So they'll start off with number 8. Number 8, Houston Gamblers. Last time's ranking, 8. Yeah, nothing changed. They lost again. They've scored a lot of points. Just they keep losing. Yeah, they had a pick 6, but it's just been really bad for them on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, losing 5 games by 7 points or less is tough, especially when you allow the most points in the league. Not going to win many games that way.
Yeah, they score a lot on defense, but they don't stop a lot. When they're on defense, someone's scoring.
That is a great point. Love it. All right, number 7.
Yep, number 7, Pittsburgh Mullers. Last time's ranking, 7. Yeah, not much changed there. They're still 1-6. They have the least points scored in the league, not even 100. Kind of embarrassing. They've already played 7 games and they haven't even scored 100 points yet. So they've literally been scoring less than 15 points a game.
So I'm a little curious here. We stayed as the same as last week. They've only scored 92 points. How come you have them ahead of the Gamblers?
I put them ahead because they actually had a chance, and they actually almost beat the Stallions. They lost on a missed field goal. I mean, the score looks like a 10-point game, but if they'd made that field goal, and they could have easily tied or even won it by doing the 4th and 15 thing that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, the 4th down play as opposed to doing
an onside kick.
An onside kick. Yeah, that's a really, really interesting rule. So, all right. So who do you have number 6 then?
Number 6, Michigan Panthers. Last time's ranking, 6. Not much change either. 1-6. They
doubled the Breakers' time of possession. So basically, they had twice the amount of game time on offense as the Breakers, but they were stopped by the defense in overtime. So it was a really close game. The interesting overtime rule that went into effect that we're able to see in this game.
Yeah, they're done from the playoffs this year, so time to think next year. I mean, I really don't know. They looked good, but they can pull off wins. That's my biggest problem with them. So yeah, that'll take us to our next one.
Well, I was going to say too, just a couple of really interesting points. In the loss, Cole Murphy, 60-yard field goal record for the USFL. So that was a really cool thing to see, even though they lost. So said
number 5, Tampa Bay Bandits. Last time's ranking 5. Still nothing has changed. Still identical to last week. 3-4, the Bandits. I know it's a little early to write them off, but playing with the Breakers in their division as the 2 seed, they're ranked as the 3 seed. Their late comeback against the Generals was not enough. It was close, but the incompletion, a great defensive play, just stopped them. But like, I really think that they should have been in that game earlier if they wanted a chance to win. And yeah, 62-yard touchdown, that was a big one.
So they've really got some great offensive players, Thompson, Thorson. You just think that they would be able to, put things together, and they just really haven't, when they've needed to.
Yeah, and I feel like that I don't know. I just don't think they'll make the playoffs if they play like this. Now we're getting to our playoffs currently. These are our playoff teams currently. Number 4, Philadelphia Stars. Last time's ranking 4. They're 4-3. They're currently in the playoffs. If they win if they win or the Panthers lose, the Panthers are technically eliminated. Oh wait, yeah, they are. Never mind. Yeah, they clinched. The top 4 have all clinched, except the Breakers. The Stars have clinched it in. So.
Yeah, I tell you what, I really like the Stars. They've been able, offensively, their coach has really been able to do, I think, more with less. He's starting to have a backup quarterback. Case Cookus struggled a little bit, 2 costly interceptions, but was efficient the rest of the way. And so you really look at the coach and how he's put the team together and to really get them winning in spite of some of their deficiencies. And a lot of that's on their offense that's really keyed on the pass.
I didn't actually know they had a comeback win, did they?
Yeah, 22 points in the fourth quarter, 22-0 in the fourth quarter in that win. So that's really says, that's coaching as well, coaching and having your players prepared for that.
That's the Gamblers again.
Yeah, the opposite.
That's why they're 8. So number 3, New Orleans Breakers. Last time's ranking 3. Yeah, they 5-2, 167 points scored. They had an overtime win. All they have to do is win, and they're in, and they're going to Canton. And Cal Slaughter, he ran into the end zone and won them the game. It clinched it up, and they beat the Panthers. They are pretty much secure in the playoffs. Not for sure, but they win and they're in.
What did you think about the overtime? How basically you get the opportunity to go, and if you don't, you get like the best of 3. What did you think of that scoring format for overtime?
I like it, but I would rather kind of like the NFL, but the other team still gets a chance to do a touchdown. They should do it kind of like college football.
Yeah, it's nice that they're trying some different things. So it's nice to see something different with this. But going on to your second team then.
Number 2, New Jersey Generals. Last time's ranking 2. So yeah, this locks it up. Everything's the exact same as last week. 6-1. They clinched a playoff berth. Their defense held off the Bandits on 4th down. It was a great play. Yeah, Luis Perez was really good. Their defense has allowed the fewest points in the USFL. I think that they are going to be a big threat to the Stallions. Which, yeah, it would be really interesting to see this because they're a really good team.
Yeah, once again, here's another quarterback, Luis Perez, who wasn't even the starter to begin with, who's coming in and, putting up, some efficient numbers and helping the team get the win to really get them surging at the right time.
Yep, and that'll take us to our number 1. Number 1, Birmingham Stallions. Last time's ranking 1. They've been 1 since they beat the Breakers. And they almost lost to the Mullers, but again, they just played better.
Yeah, and I feel like the Birmingham Stallions, they're a team that just seems to win in so many different ways. We see this week after week. They bring in both Scarborough, and now he is really kind of the workhorse. Yep. They've really remade their team.
Yep, and they've been the best offense in the league, and not too much to say.
About the defense?
Yeah. Well, and the team, they're winning. There's not too much past that. So let's go to our week 8 games. So we have them on Friday. So that's tomorrow. That's tomorrow. Yep. Tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Mullers versus the Generals. That would be huge. Saturday, Breakers and Stallions. Let's have my Breakers win.
That's going to be a good one to watch. The Friday game, obviously the Generals are probably already there in the playoffs. The Mullers, are not. That's going to be the Mullers can, hopefully play out a solid end of the season here, and the Generals can really, continue to lock up, a higher seed in the playoffs.
I didn't realize that. Actually, the Panthers might not be out if they win this game and they win the rest, and the Stars lose the rest of their games. I don't know how that will work. The Panthers have a chance because they did. If they split the season series, then they have a chance.
Oh, that'll be interesting to watch. Shout out to Straight Like That podcast. Thanks for watching. We are excited every week here with the USFL. We've loved the football. It's been better than I expected. I guess the games are tight and a lot of solid play.
Yep, and then we have the Gamblers and the Bandits. That's on Peacock, which kind of annoys me because I don't like the games being on Peacock.
Yeah,
that's at 3 p.m. That's all the games, but this will be an interesting week.
Well, and I was going to say we had a chance. Obviously we're looking forward to the playoffs, and we had a chance to interview Matt White, punter for the New Orleans Breakers. What were your thoughts, kind of from that interview, Micah?
Yeah, it was really interesting because he used to play soccer, and it was interesting to learn about how he converted over.
Yeah, absolutely. And such a nice guy. And obviously, hopefully he can get into the playoffs and they can do well. And we'll see how it goes. We've got a few weeks here left before the playoffs and head into Canton, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. That'll wrap us up for tonight. Thank you for watching.
Mm-hmm. I am NFL Outdated, and you are?
I'm Micah.
Thanks again, and we will see you next week.
Yep, bye.